Hey guys, how's it going? Guess what? Puppies are 6 weeks old today, and they are getting so big, and they are getting so sassy. So today was a big day. So at 6 weeks, they get dewormed. I deworm them at 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 weeks, and they get their vaccinations at 6 weeks and 9 weeks. So today at 6 weeks was a big day for them, vaccinations and deworming, and they also got moved today. So at 6 weeks, what else I do is I split the litter up. Mom is pretty much done weaning or nursing them. She will occasionally for comfort, but for the most part, she's done. So what I do at 6 weeks old is I kind of break the litter up. And so like anybody that's smaller in a litter, they'll stand with mom. But the big hefties get moved off of mom and get split off into smaller packs to work with aunts and uncles learning the ropes. So let's see how we are today. All right, here we have Samson and Alara. Alara is a year old. Samson is, bro, how old are you? Like 4 or 5? I don't know. But anyway, and there's a little puppy, and there's a whole bunch more coming out. Yeah, so they're having a blast. Sam is crying. He's not having a blast. It's okay, buddy. Alara is not also having a blast. They're like, you know what? I didn't sign up for this. When I got hired on this farm, I did not sign any contracts saying that I'd be a babysitter or a trainer. And Sam's like, I definitely did not agree to this. Usually, Samson is like the best babysitter, but this litter is a lot. This litter's a lot. So this is the second time that I've crossed the two parents together, and the last time produced just an entire litter of puppies ready to work, like from the second they dropped. I swear to God, they were ready to go. Just the whole litter last time was a flippin' handful, and I crossed them again, and it's the same thing. Like, they are just little toughies. They are constantly trying to get out of their pens to go work. They love the chicken yard, so they're constant. Okay, I'm sorry, but I have to just get this. Look at this handsome man. I love that dog so much. Anyway, they love the chicken yard, so they're constantly trying to get in the run with my chickens. They behave great with the chickens, which is a plus. But they're just like, let's go to work, man. Like, let's freaking go. But the problem is they don't make great friends with the older dogs. They are surrounding the older dogs and just do that, bark, get up in their face. And they're like, yeah, we're the boss around this part. We own this place. That's right, you better walk away. Yeah, they're just really full of themselves. So this is a pretty big group that's in here with these two. It's a lot to take in for them. So we're going to split into a small... My camera decided to shut off. So we're going to split into a smaller group even still tomorrow. And Tipper, who's another one of our females, a seasoned female, Auntie Tipper is going to do some babysitting. So we're going to break this pack into a smaller pack so they're not so big for their britches. And they'll get to work with her. So, yeah, that's the plan. I just think he's so handsome. But it's usually when bad guys kind of start to come in. We're getting into dusk here. So all this is where the heaviest predation will roll in from. And this dude here, he's just like his daddy. His daddy is actually buried way back in there. And up on a hill. And his favorite location of all is where he's buried. And he would just perch up on that hill and just watch. Just watch them all roll in. Anyway... but anyway, so why do we do this? Why do I break this up into small pieces? Because this litter of little rebel yellers is a lot for anyone. And, just kind of a pack mentality is kind of a mob mentality. When you have a whole bunch together, everyone's brave and they think they're 10 feet tall and bulletproof. And guess what? They're really not. So you need to split that up, kind of, remind them that they're not as hot as they think they are. And that way too, when it's time for them to go off into their new homes, it's not so stressful. They haven't just been ripped from mom. They haven't just been ripped from their entire litter of brothers and sisters. So I split them off into, small groups of like maybe 3. And that way it's just easier for them. It's just not as stressful for them. And it's also nice because it gives them different surroundings. They're exposed to different livestock. Maybe it's sheep, maybe it's goats, maybe it's poultry, whatever it is, but also different bad guys. This pen has different predation than a pasture to the east or to the west. Some of it's heavier, some of it's not so heavy, but it just gives them different things to be exposed to, different sights, different sounds, different smells. It's all just really, really good for them. My job as a breeder is to turn loose pups that have been socialized as much as I possibly can and expose just to so many different things to just flood them with new experiences so that when they go to their new homes, it's like, oh yeah, I'm good, I'm cool. I've already seen a lot, been through a lot, I'm good, I got you, don't you worry. So yeah, my goal is to get great pups out there for people, really well-rounded, and ones that aren't anxious or like too attached. Like you've got to break those bonds of that litter. I talk a lot about littermate syndrome. That's why I don't sell more than one pup to a buyer at a time. If you're interested, I'll talk more on that. Talk more about that at a later time. And yeah, this just works really well. I also will break up, like if I have to leave because they see me and they want me to pet them and hold them. I'll also kind of, not just for size, take away like the biggest from moms first, but also like personalities. Like if I have 2 that are like really dominant personalities, I'm going to split them up because I don't want a hostile takeover in my farm. And I don't want little dogs or dogs that grow up to be little jerks and think that, you know what, I ran this show for the first 10 weeks of my life and now I'm going to run every other show. Like there's a fine line between being confident and being cocky. So I want them to be confident, but don't want them to be cocky and think that they're like above the law. And there's definitely a law within the pack and there's a hierarchy that needs to be followed. And it's firstly their mom's job to school them and remember who's the boss, who eats first, who goes to the bathroom first, where they go to the bathroom, like all this stuff. Like there's a lot of rules within a pack that they have to follow. So mom is the first teacher, but after that it's aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters that are older that they have to learn all this stuff. This is part of it, so you don't have puppies that end up being just jerks later, because nobody wants a puppy that's a jerk. Like, it's not cool. So big day for the puppies today. Like I said, I want to split them down in smaller groups tomorrow. Let Auntie Tipper babysit for a while. She's pretty good about it too, and we'll check back in with them tomorrow and see how everybody's doing.